pessoas, eu sou o Ravock e sejam bem-vindos à DLC de Dungeons and Dragons pro Minecraft BEDROCK. Pois é, eu não sei exatamente qual o demográfico de jogadores de Minecraft que conhecem Dungeons and Dragons, mas eu vou chutar que são poucos. O que é muito triste porque Dungeons and Dragons é um dos melhores jogos da história dos, sei lá, jogos. E talvez por isso essa parceria dê bastante certo, porque agora com esse DLC talvez seja um jeito de apresentar um jogo tão da hora quanto Dungeons and Dragons pra galera mais nova, né? Que, querendo ou não, é o público-alvo de Minecraft. Então é isso, vamos conferir essa DLC. Faz tempo que eu tô querendo dar uma olhadinha, desde que eles anunciaram lá, eu gosto bastante de Dungeons and Dragons. E gosto bastante de Minecraft também. Então, né, juntou duas coisas que eu gosto bastante. Então, vambora. Oh, chegamos. Maravilha. Não tá em português, o que é meio triste. Mas é isso, começamos. Por favor, não mude a perspectiva. A gente tem que jogar em primeira pessoa. Ele tá pedindo aqui pra gente. E ele tá pedindo também pra não esconder o HUD. Então, ok. Regrinhas básicas aí. Ele recomenda uma distância de renderização de 8 chunks, no mínimo. Então, sim, eu tô jogando com 32. Espero que rode. A BEDROCK roda bem. Ela é bem mais lisa do que a Java, então tenho esperanças aí. Vamos lá. E pam! É isso. Minecraft Dungeons and Dragons, cara. Isso tem um potencial enorme pra ser muito da hora. Aqui tá falando pra gente se certificar que o som tá ligado, porque tem vozes. Aviso. Esse mapa contém luzes piscantes. É um aviso de fotossensibilidade, se acaso alguém tiver, fica a dica. E olha só. Que da hora, cara. Eu não costumo jogar na BEDROCK, então eu não sei exatamente quais modelos existem na BEDROCK, mas isso daqui é muito novo. Tipo, corrimão assim eu nunca vi em lugar nenhum, nem do Java nem do BEDROCK. Isso aqui é pra ser tipo um porão? Aqui, começar a aventura, mas vamos dar uma olhadinha em volta primeiro, pô. D&D Hall, D&D Hall, piadinha. Que mais? Olha, tem umas miniaturas, caraca, olha esse dragão dourado, que da hora. Muito bem feito. E aqui embaixo tem os livros, olha só. São os livros da edição atual do D&D, a 5ª edição. Legal. Eu não conheço esse bicho aqui. Sei lá, não conheço. Mas eu conheço o dragão. O dragão é legal. O que mais a gente tem por aqui? Ó, a mesa de D&D, cara. Isso é muito familiar pra mim. Os dados, putz. Nossa, deu vontade de jogar RPG agora, na moral. Legal. Olha aqui a tela do GM. A tela de quem manda no jogo. Que da hora. Muito bom. Beleza, vamos lá, começar a nossa aventura.
Hey, glad you made it. I'm really happy that
tá
you're willing to
dublado.
give this game
Perfeito.
a shot. It's one of my favorite things to do with friends. Between the role-playing, strategy, and just being goofy with each other, it's always a great time. D&D has something for every kind of player. Now, you said the other day that you wanted to just get kind of an intro experience before joining my regular campaign group. So I figured a more individual sort of experience would be a good way of showing you the ropes, give you an idea of what the experience can feel like. Just take a seat whenever you feel like getting started. I've got snacks that should last us until the end of the universe, so help yourself to those too.
Beleza. A gente pode sentar em qualquer lugar? Tipo...
Good to go?
Oh.
Okay, so first things first, let's choose your class. I've got the basics already written up for a few of them, so you only need to worry about picking one.
A gente vai ter classes. Interessante. A minha classe favorita atual é a druida. Se tiver druida eu vou pegar, senão eu vou de mago. Espero que tenha mago, pelo menos.
Do you want to be a holy warrior with the ability to heal yourself and smite your foes with the power of your deity? Paladin might be the way to go.
Olha, tem paladino.
Oh,
Paladino é legal.
or maybe a wizard, using
Mago,
your magic
ahá.
to blast bad guys sky high with fireballs while deflecting incoming attacks.
Legal.
But a
Paladino,
rogue
mago.
could be fun too.
Ladino? Eu
Using
nunca joguei de
wrong
ladino.
tactics, poisoning your enemies and watching them succumb to the venom. So satisfying.
Talvez seja legal ladino.
But it's also lots of fun to just be a barbarian with a big axe.
Tem bárbaro. Puta, bárbaro é legal.
So angry that they just kind of forget that they've been hit and keep hacking away.
Gostei da descrição, perfeito.
I've always had a hard time choosing when I'm a player, so...
Agora a gente escolhe uma classe, beleza. Mantenha pressionado o item do menu e usar item para descobrir. Como assim, rapaz? What? É tipo um menu... Olha só! Não sabia que poderia usar menus desse jeito. Paladino, bárbaro, ladino ou mago. É mago, né, cara? Mago é o meu esquema. Botão direito pra confirmar. Tá lá. Sou mago. Fecha o menu selecionando outro slot de item.
Okay.
Tá lá.
Next, let's allocate your stats. You want me to explain how stats and dice rolling work in this game?
Eu já sei mais ou menos como funciona RPG, eu jogo Dungeons and Dragons, mas no espírito de mostrar o tutorial, vamos pedir pra ela explicar como é que funciona.
Determine what you're good at. Each stat has a use in combat, but they can also apply to role-playing situations and other things you do while adventuring in the world. Whenever you roll the 20-sided die, you'll add whichever stat applies to the roll.
É um bom jeito de explicar status e dados.
So, say you've got a +3 in wisdom and need to see if someone is telling the truth, you would roll the d20 and add 3 to whatever you rolled.
Boa. Exatamente assim. A não ser que você seja treinado e tal, mas acho que eles não vão entrar tão fundo assim no D&D.
That insight check would show how well you're able to read that person's intentions and emotions.
Intuição, exatamente.
Rolling high means you can understand them and see through any lies they might be telling. Rolling low means that you believe whatever they're saying.
Esse é um problema no D&D. Quando alguém tá mentindo pra você e você, jogador, sabe que ele tá mentindo e o seu personagem não, você tem que ficar no papel do seu personagem e acreditar na mentira. Isso é tenso.
Within reason, of course. If you roll a 20 on that die, then you'll almost certainly succeed at whatever you're trying to do, or at least get useful info.
O 20 natural. É a rolagem perfeita.
Let's try an example. You are speaking to a tavern keeper, asking after some local bandits that you've been hired to hunt down. He talks easily enough, but he says that he has no information on these people or where to find them.
Aqui ele tá falando a intuição 12. Será que é dificuldade 12?
You rolled a 10, so add 3 to that.
Sim.
13, you
Legal, ele mostrou o dado aqui.
notice and almost physically withdraw when you ask him about the bandits, giving you the sense that he is hiding something and knows more about the situation than he's letting on.
Legal. É uma boa explicação que o jogo tá dando, uma explicação prática, assim, é muito bem feita, assim.
That's pretty much it. Rolling a 20 when you hit someone in a fight also counts as a critical hit and doubles how much damage you do to them.
Olha aí, dano crítico. O objetivo e o sonho de muita gente.
Rolling a 1 on that die, though, can be really bad news. Sometimes it just means failing whatever you're doing.
O 1 é triste também, falha crítica no caso.
Sometimes it means failing so spectacularly that you, I don't know, fall down a flight of stairs, out of a window and into a pen of screaming goats. Okay, probably not that specifically, but you get the idea.
Já aconteceu, sei como é.
You'll also see that your class already has stats that will best support their abilities. How you add your extra stat points is up to you.
Oh, legal.
Do you want to make them better at what they already do, or do you want to balance them out a bit? You'll get more stat points to distribute as we play, so don't worry about this step too much.
Quando você chega em certos níveis, você pode colocar mais pontos de atributos no seu personagem pra ele ficar mais forte, sabe? Então vamos ver como é que o jogo vai lidar com isso. Vamos ver o menu. Aí. Ele já coloca quantos eu tenho, ele não coloca o total. Tá, tudo bem, dá pra entender. Então eu vou querer colocar inteligência. Isso é útil. E ele tá falando de diminuir o tempo de resfriamento para magias. Eu quero ver como é que o jogo vai lidar com combate aqui. Porque normalmente o combate do D&D é em turno, né? E Minecraft não tem combate em turno. Você vai pra porrada mesmo e boa. Curioso. Vamos colocar um ponto de constituição, que é a vida. E o resto de inteligência. Beleza. É isso.
And like that, you've made your first character. Congrats! Now, how about we dive right into things? Let me just set the scene for you.
Vamos ver.
The continent of Faerun has seen
Ai,
hundreds
Faerun.
of stories
Caraca.
turn into legends. The Dawn Age, when dwarves overthrew the tyrannical giants and elves waged war against evil dragons, thereby carving out a place in the world for small folk. The tyranny of the Rose Dragon, when the great red worm Ylvir Asalisar nearly razed Kalimshan and established her cruel empire. The time of troubles, when celestials and fiends alike were cast from their own realms, warring and laying waste to the mortal plane in their efforts to reclaim their divine positions. Yet each great story has great people steering the narrative. The Rose Dragon's empire only fell because Ravock al-Khajan and his companions slew the evil beast. The times of troubles ended because those like the mage Midnight rose to the occasion, in their case taking the mantle of divinity from the slain celestial Mistra until she could be resurrected. Now we come to the precipice of another such event, a budding calamity that could warp reality as we know it. Though there is no prophesied chosen one, no foreseen savior, if you play your cards right, you might just be able to avert what is to come. Or perhaps your story will simply serve as a cautionary tale for those who survive. Despite this, it all starts with something as mundane as fetching groceries for your parents.
Ai, que da hora, cara. Acho que eu nunca joguei algum jogo no Minecraft que tenha cutscenes, assim, ceninhas. No Minecraft mesmo, não Dungeons ou Legends. Esses tem, mas eu tô falando do Minecraft original mesmo. Dedicado aos contadores de histórias do mundo.
We open on Nashkel, a village on the
chegamos.
northern slopes of the Cloud Peaks. The late spring rains have abated, making the trek across town to deliver a commission for your father at least a bit less muddy. As you make your way back along the main street, though, it is hard not to notice that your otherwise quiet home is riddled with strained, whispered conversations.
Ok. Começo humilde. Registro da missão atualizado. Interaja com Eric para falar. Quem é Eric? Oh, ele marca ali. Legal. Essas texturas são bem legais. O tijolo eu gostei bastante, ó. Bem diferente. E agora que eu parei pra pensar, faz muito tempo que eu não jogo Minecraft. Oh, tudo bem? Calma, cara. Aí, você deve ser o Eric. Como é que eu interajo? Botão direito?
Standing behind his produce stand is Eric, one of the farmers living on the village's outskirts. You have known him for most of your life, though he is still young and smile lines have only just begun to crease the sides of his eyes.
Beleza.
Your father said you'd be along to pick up his purchase. I don't envy him his back problems, as if he didn't have enough to deal with already as the headman. Anyhow, here you go. I'm sure he appreciates having you around to do all the heavy lifting for him.
Agradeço.
Thanks, Eric.
Aí.
Sure thing.
Catra?
Just make sure to
O
get
MC?
home safe.
What's
Sussurros?
everyone whispering about? I only caught a bit.
Everyone's worried about the people who've gone missing. You probably already heard about Helsa not coming home yesterday.
Oh, tem gente sumindo então da cidade.
That makes the fourth person in 2 weeks. The trackers looking for her haven't come back yet, but if it's anything like the other 3 disappearances, they won't find anything.
Mais 3 pessoas além dessa tal de Helsa.
People are real frightened. I can't blame them. Might be a good idea to not wander around on your own, even in town.
Tá, e agora ele me dá opções de como eu vou responder a isso. Eu sou um confiante, cara.
I can take care of myself.
Um
See
mago
you around.
confiante. Uma criatura perigosa.
See you around.
Valeu, Eric. Agora a gente tem que ir pra casa. Onde é que é a casa? Tem algum lugar marcando aí? Um draconato. Que da hora. A marcação sumiu. E eu estou perdido. Socorro. Eu realmente estou perdido. Eu não sei onde é que eu tenho que ir. Tinha que ter uma marcaçãozinha aqui em jogo.
You hear voices from inside your house. Perhaps it is
era aqui
worth
mesmo.
waiting and listening in.
And I just heard about it this morning.
Does anyone else know?
I caught one of the trackers before he could go out to look for Helsa. He said he'd check it out while the trail was still warm, if there was one. But I don't know if he told anyone else first.
We'll have to assume that he did. People are already starting to panic, and this will make it worse. I heard people at the market this morning talking about unfamiliar monsters. No one had seen the things themselves, but the rumors were bad enough.
This goes on and you'll have a mob at your front door demanding answers.
I'm surprised we haven't seen one already. You've got to get ahead of this.
So what are you going to do about it?
Give me a minute. I've got an idea, but I want to talk it over with Katra first. You're welcome to stay if you like. They should be back soon.
Ah, there you are. Put the food on the table and come talk to me. There's something we need to discuss.
E aí? Tudo bom? Uou, foi isso. Olha só! Posso fazer coisas. Nice. Eu tenho que falar com o cara aqui, né? O símbolo universal de tem uma quest pra você. Ponto de exclamação.
Listen, you've heard about the people going missing. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this, but the whole Kelsit family is
Porra, a
gone
família
now.
inteira sumiu, ok.
Neri found their farm empty this morning without even a sign of struggle. This is asking a lot, and I've got a feeling your mother's gonna kill me after I say this.
Then
Ed.
don't say it.
Não,
But I
manda
need you to go
manda braba.
speak with Endandravair and ask for his help.
Endandravair. Nome que os caras estão escolhendo aqui, eu vou te
You're
falar, hein?
right. I think I will throttle you. Are you insane? People are going missing, and you think sending Katra out into the woods by themselves is somehow a good idea?
É uma ótima ideia, confia.
I have to agree with Ellen. They'd make a tempting target.
Eles dariam um alvo tentador. Como
Trackers
assim,
have been going
mano?
on their own, and no one's bothered them. Besides, after all the training I've put Katra through, they should be fine on their own.
Eu
But
tô
you could just
bem.
send one of the trackers, or someone else.
I want the trackers to keep looking for our people. Other than them, there's no one else I'd trust in the woods more than Katra. After all the times you've run off into there as a kid, you probably know the paths better than most of the villagers. And Vair's
Com certeza eu sei o caminho. Numa floresta. Eu me perdi vindo até em casa.
Neri could go, but she doesn't know how to fight, and I don't want the community's healer to be missing for a whole day if someone breaks their arm.
And you're not worried what Vair might do to them?
Unless Katra does something really stupid, which I would trust them not to, they'll be fine.
Fico feliz em ajudar.
If I can help the village, then I'm happy to do it. Besides, I was just in the woods yesterday looking for berries, and I was fine.
Não é?
I was
Tô
hoping
vivo
you'd say
ainda.
that. This isn't exactly a enviable task. I'm proud of you. Now, Endandravair is a proud creature. He has the wisdom of the ages and probably knows something that we don't. But there's a good chance he won't help us for free, just on principle. If he doesn't, I want you to offer him money. This pouch has 100 gold coins in it.
Por 100 moeda de ouro, bicho. Caraca, é muito dinheiro no D&D.
100? Where did you get that kind of money?
Aí, tá vendo?
I took it from the village's emergency fund. I'd say this counts. Rounded it out to 100 using money we were saving for a new roof. Start with a low
Okay.
offer, like 30, and work your way up, unless you think you're gonna insult him or lose his interest. Whatever help or advice he can give will be welcome. If we're lucky, he might already know where our missing people are or where to look. A bird's eye view could show him what we need.
Show.
I still think that this is a bad idea.
Com certeza uma péssima ideia. Eu vou oferecer no máximo 50 e ficar com 50 no meu bolso.
If I'm being honest, it probably is a bad
Quer dizer,
idea.
não, eu não vou
but
fazer
it's
isso. Sem-
the only
sem-
one we've got.
Shhh. Algo mais?
Anything else I should know before going?
At this point, you know everything that we do. I wish we could be of more help, but Vair's home is not far. Hopefully nothing will bother you on the way.
Right.
Ok. Então vamos
Guess I'll
achar.
head out now then.
Oh, before you go, do
Aquele
you want
cara-
to do
oh.
a quick sparring match? Couldn't hurt to brush up on your technique, just in case.
Boa ideia.
Yeah, that sounds
Vamos.
like a good idea.
É uma ótima ideia. Como funciona o combate aqui? Entre golpear o boneco de treinamento. Oi? Tente? Ah, tente! Tá, é que eu olhei ali em cima, perdoa. Tente golpear um boneco de treinamento. Tipo, Ria. Não? Ha! O. Grande trabalho. Quanto maior for o seu atributo de destreza, mais rápido você será capaz de atacar. Toda vez que você atacar, a chance de 1 em 20 de causar um golpe crítico. Acertos críticos causarão aproximadamente 2 vezes a quantidade de danos normais. O atributo carisma aumentará esse dano, meu Deus. Tente dar um acerto crítico no boneco de treinamento nos seus ataques básicos. Então é só ir atacando até gritar. Ha. Ya. Wa. Grita, demônio. Oh! Ok. 2 vezes seguidas. Segura. Vamos testar sua habilidade de classe. Ah, pode crer. Segure o item de habilidade e use o item para realizá-la. Mas... Ah, barreira mágica e míssel mágico. Míssel mágico no D&D normal nunca erra, hein? Então vamos atirar pra lá. Pode? Não entendi exatamente o que foi isso. Ela tem um cooldown. Vamos ver se eu mirando carinha. Ah, tá. Isso foi legal.
I'm sure
Ela saiu
you
da
can
parede,
find
what the
your way
fuck?
and don't want me fussing over you. But in case something happens, you should take your father's old wayfinder.
Compasso. Compasso é bom. Gratidão.
Thanks. I'll take good care of it.
Just be careful, and come back in one piece. We'll be waiting for you with some dinner.
Yep, é nóis. Então, aqui, um compasso. Pra que serve esse compasso? Não faz nada. Segure o compasso para ver pra onde seguir. Eu estou segurando o compasso, nada acontece. Socorro? Deixa eu apagar isso. E ó, já que é minha skillzinha, vou pôr ela pra cá. E aliás, eu tenho que testar essa barreira mágica aqui. Vamos ver como é que é. Ó. Olha. Ela me segue. Legal. Ok. Agora, compasso. Ah, acho que o compasso mostra aquela marcaçãozinha ali. Sim? Sim. Ótimo. Perfeito. Cadê a saída de casa? Ó, agora a gente tem caminhos aqui. Candlekeep. Candlekeep é uma cidade que eu conheço no D&D. E Cloakwood, não. E aí, qual que é a boa, tiozão? Você é alguém? Não? Não? Ok. Uou! Fiz nada, não fui eu. Que? Morre, demônio! Ok, ele morreu mesmo. Ha! Ha! Tia! Ua! El! Ô, louco, esse alcance aí, maluco. É? Toma. Mísseis mágicos.
Okay.
Essa magia é boa.
Wasn't expecting that. I wonder if they got something
Beleza.
to do with what's going on.
Tô safe. Um veio de cá. Será que tem coisas? Explorar no D&D é importante pra pegar itens e tal. Eu não sei se é padrão no Mine, mas tem agora esse efeito de neblina, assim. Eu não sei se isso já existia ou não, mas é bem legal. Dá um efeito de profundidade bem interessante, bem bonito. Gostei. Tô vendo um baú ali, hein? Eu quero. Bom, mas tecnicamente eu posso vir por aqui. Dar uns jumpzinho aqui. Porque esse jogo aqui tá no modo aventura, eu não posso quebrar as coisas. Então, tem que achar um caminho se você quiser chegar em algum lugar. Aí, vamos ver qual é que é a boa. Ok, não é uma mímica. Aliás, um mímico. Poção mágica. Não sei o que isso faz. Poção de confiança. Hashtag confia. Beleza, valeu.
Guess this is it?
Aí.
Unless this wayfinder led me to some old owlbear den.
É,
Okay then.
se for um ninho de urso coruja, a gente não vai ter muita chance. Porque eles são bem fortes. A não ser que o tal do Embraer lá, Embraer, seja um urso coruja. Ué? Parece que veio de trás de mim esse barulho. Mas não, acho que não. Ok. Ué. Ele é o dragão dourado. O Embraer lá.
Why do you do this? Release me!
Que isso?
What's that?
Moeda saiu correndo, maluco. Pô, se a moeda saiu correndo, eu vou correr também. Aí não tem jeito.
As you reach for the coin that seemed to suck the life from Endandravair, you note
isso,
a crack
Endandravair.
running down its face. Whatever these people want with it, you doubt they should have it. The moment you touch the metallic surface, though, a jolt of energy sears through your fingers and up your arm,
Whoa.
followed by a sense of pressure, as if the ocean's tide were rushing into your flesh. Recoiling, the coin is adhered to your fingertips, bound there even as you feel that the force pouring from it stretches your skin and crushes your bones, threatening to rupture and burst your entire body. Other than your body, though, it is the coin that bursts, erupting into shards of metal as the same light that flowed into it earlier streams into you. The physical pain abates, though something continues to press on your mind, clawing its way into your thoughts and filling your skull as the world around you distorts and turns insensible, chaotic, and then, finally, dark.
Ok.
What happened? Where is...
Who are you? What have you done to me?
Não sei o que tô me mexendo.
No.
Answer me.
Please stop. Who are you? What are you doing to me?
Who am I? Will ask again. Who are you? What happened to those people in my cave?
É uma ótima pergunta.
Who or what are you?
Do not play games, child. I am Enquanto, and you will answer my questions.
Ok. Meu nome é
name's
Katra.
Katra.
O
I
MC.
live in the nearby village. You're saying you're the dragon?
Do not play games with me, child. Now answer my questions. What happened in my cave and what have you done to me?
Eu não tenho ideia. E não é uma boa ideia ficar brincando com dragões, principalmente dourados no D&D. Então, eu
I
não vi.
wasn't with those people and I only saw the last part when that weird coin started doing something. It looked like they were pulling something out of you and then some thing was put into your body. I thought they'd killed you.
They might have.
Did you see anything? I think I was unconscious for a while, but I must have walked to get back here, right?
I only came back to consciousness when you were calling for your parents.
Eu posso ver...
Why can I hear you?
Huh.
Where are you?
We are obviously merged, you fool. Now tell me
Alarma.
how. What happened?
Alguma lembrança?
What do you remember?
I remember. They must have trapped my soul in that coin. I have heard of artifacts that can do such. I had never expected
clássico do
them
D&D.
to be so painful, though. It felt like I was being torn and pulled apart, then crushed until I could not even tell what part of my body I was feeling. I suppose, though, that I was not feeling my body at all. After that, I saw the thing seeping out of my body, but I could not see if I was breathing. Everything after is unclear. It hurts to remember. I was still
Caraca.
reeling when the next thing I clearly saw was your face. A moment before I felt that transfer again. Then we were here.
Tá, então ele não sabe mais do que a gente. Ótimo.
We need to return me to my... Do you smell smoke?
Não.
Yeah.
Sim.
I'm going home. I need to see if anything has happened.
This is a waste of time. You need to find the people who took my body immediately.
Only after I see if they went to my village first. They may have done something.
É uma boa. É hora de testar uma coisa que eu queria testar antes. Dano de queda? Não. Nice. Bora pra casa que os caras tacaram fogo e tudo lá. Já tô até vendo. Ih, olha lá. Já tô vendo uma casa queimando.
No.
Foi você, né?
There's something going on in that village over there. I'm not leaving a tree cover until whatever it is gets sorted out. Bad feeling about it.
É, claro. Chama Zia. Vamos ver. Ah, vixe. Posso bater aqui pra apagar o fogo? Não. Triste isso. Vixe, até minha casa tá pegando fogo.
Mom! Dad! Nadine! Hush! Tanil! Anyone!
Porra, quebraram até minha escada aqui, maluco.
What happened to the house?
Chia. Ah, droga. Peraí.
Dad! Help! Someone help!
Ué, não consigo pular aqui?
Someone tell me why!
So there is someone left. Oh, I figured there would be a few of you bumpkins left scurrying about like rats. Well, we can't
Eu não
have
posso
you
mexer o mouse, ele dá uma
going
tremida
squealing to
assim.
your neighbors about us. No, we want things to be quiet and peaceful. So you will have to come with us.
What have you done to my home? Where is everyone?
Take
Bola de
or
fogo,
kill
cadê a bola de
them.
fogo?
We'll have no witnesses today.
Vamos lá então. Mísseis mágicos. Não saiu mísseis mágicos, cadê? Pera aí, preciso da minha barreira aqui. Morram. Morre. 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 Meu Deus do céu. Aí.
Anymore, it would seem.
Ô, droga. Eu cliquei em alguma coisa ali e não deu pra ver. O que houve?
Why did they do this? Where is everyone?
Do you actually expect an answer to that question, or are you simply asking empty questions to hear yourself speak?
Você não precisa ser babaca também, ô Embraer.
No, it's just... This is a lot to process and... I feel sick.
Ok, calma.
We do not have time for you to be pathetic. Your little village is gone. Accept that and move on.
Você não
It's
tá
not
ajudando.
helpful. But I suppose you're a bit absorbed in your own little world anyhow, aren't you? Not like you've ever cared about us before.
There was not much to care about. Even less now.
Nossa, esse cara é
Cool
muito...
and not appreciated
Okay.
right now. I understand that you're upset, but I am too. So can you please lay off?
É, por favor.
Fine.
So what are we supposed to do now? I don't
E
have
agora?
a home, and you don't have a body, and I'm not letting you take over mine.
I do not think that I could even if I tried. As much as it galls me to admit it, all I can do is hurt you. I think that I could kill you if I truly wished, but that would likely end my life too.
É, então, por favor, não mata o mago.
That's
É bom saber.
Good to
Realmente
know.
é bom saber.
We shall hunt the people who took my body. We will find a way for you to put me back, and I can force answers out of those treacherous eels. Perhaps you can use the coin again to set things right.
But it exploded when I touched it. It felt like something was being forced into me before I blacked out. That must have been when you came.
É verdade, né? Pode crer, a moeda foi destruída. E agora?
Without the coin, I doubt that you would have been able to restore me anyhow, much less after whatever that monster of theirs did to me in the time since. It seemed to be fusing with my form. It might have been feeding. That was not the impression I felt.
É, eu acho que eu sei o que é, mas não vou spoiler a
So I've
surpresa.
got the same question as before. What now?
Short of purging my soul from your body, which I would not recommend lest you want me to destroy the both of us first, you will need to put me into another vessel. Ideally, though, that vessel will be my own original body, purified of whatever has come to infest it. If your villagers were taken by this group, then finding where they have taken me will also lead you to the answers you seek.
Sure, but I don't know anything about healing dragons or moving souls from one body to another. How are we supposed to do all of that or even find these people?
I think that the best course now would be to seek the advice of the scholars in Candlekeep. It is relatively close and hosts the greatest collection of knowledge in Faerun that I am aware of anyhow. If anyone would know of a cure or be able to devise one and be able to tell us more about this group of people that attacked me, then we will almost certainly find them in Candlekeep's great library. Rather than walk the whole way, see if that man with the cart is heading north. Preserve your strength while you can.
I think that's actually the first good, usable advice you've given me.
Do not push your luck with such frequent sarcasm, child. Find the cart and let us leave.
Ok, então é isso. Capítulo 1 concluído. 2 pontos de atributo e nova magia. Bola de fogo! Pera aí, eu preciso ver a bola de fogo. Hia! Não é esse botão. Hia! Glorioso. Eu quero spamar isso. Ela tem 10 segundos de cooldown. Vamos colocar mais pontos de inteligência. Pera aí. Mas beleza. Você, carinha. A gente precisa ir até Candlekeep. Ele chamou de Forte da Vela, né? Forte da Vela.
Need a lift?
Carona, é Forte da Vela? Oh,
After nearly 2 weeks of walking, leaving
deixa eu
over
carregar, João.
100 miles of the coast road behind you, Candlekeep's soaring spires are finally close enough to reveal their details. Set atop a craggy peninsula, rising above the Sea of Swords, the fortress overlooks the surrounding farmland, while keeping a healthy distance from the wild and shadowy Cloakwood.
ei, ficou bonitinho
At
aqui Candlekeep,
last.
pô.
I had forgotten how long it can take to travel when one does not have wings with which to fly. It certainly seems tedious.
Mago pode voar no nível 7, se eu não me engano. 7 ou 8. Bem útil.
Remember, Candlekeep is the home of the Avowed, the greatest scholars on the continent. Be respectful, follow their rules, And try not to let anything too uncivilized come out of your mouth.
É uma boa, porque os caras ali são estudiosos, né? Sabe como é? Esse tipinho. Brincadeira, se você for um estudioso, isso não é um ataque pessoal, relaxa. Vamos em frente. Beleza. Só pra mostrar que eu cheguei aqui. Bola de fogo! Yeah! Beleza.
These fields look almost untended, and I do not hear any farmhands or livestock. Have these places been abandoned for some reason? Keep a keen eye out. If these people fled their homes, they must have had a good reason to do so.
Oh. What?
Wait, I've got something to tell you about those guards.
Scratch. E aí,
We're
cara?
starting to wonder if you'd actually stop to talk.
Sim, claro, por que não?
Well, the guards aren't going to let you in. I saw you coming up the road, and it's pretty clear you're not from here. So no one's going to let you in, even to the court of air.
Como assim,
Why
jovem?
aren't they letting strangers in?
É uma ótima pergunta.
People that are going missing in the area.
Ih, tem povo sumindo aqui também.
Those farms you pass by, for example. Yeah, the families that live there just up and vanished. No sign of an attack or anything. So the people in charge are getting right paranoid and only allowing residents to enter the city.
Ok, então como a gente faz pra entrar?
Do we get in?
If you're gonna enter Candlekeep, you're gonna need a residence pass. They handed them out to all the locals in their jurisdiction, but it was pretty rushed, and with my special set of skills, I can make one that will fool the guards into letting you through the gate. What do you say? 25 gold, and the documents will be all yours.
Intuição.
It really sounds like working with him is the only way into the city and that he's offering a fair price.
Carisma, eu não tenho carisma, não tenho nada. Pera aí, eu posso falar com ele daqui a pouco?
Now, I can't make this pass from nothing.
Okay.
And I sold my last copy a week ago, so you'll need to find one of your own that I can modify. Look at those farmhouses, though. The families there were either taken or left in a hurry. There might have one or two lying around. Bring back a copy, plus payment, and I'll get to work. Be careful, though. The people are gone, but I've heard some rustling around there and other strange sounds. Never seen anything, but gives me the creeps. And I think I saw someone go into one of those houses, maybe to stay the night, but I never saw them come out. Probably just missed them now.
Okay.
Good luck.
Show.
Of course, we have to do the legwork.
Claro.
I'm the one doing all the work. You're just along for the ride.
I will contribute as best I can. My advice by itself could prove invaluable.
Yeah, if you ever give it.
Por algum motivo eu não tô conseguindo correr. Derrote os espantalhos?
Some
Bola de
sort of
fogo!
construct, it would seem. I would presume
Porra, não deu
that
nada de
it was
dano.
guarding
Que
this
mentira essa bola de
house,
fogo.
unless someone left it with
Ai.
more malicious intentions.
Agora eu consigo correr.
But that
Vai.
advice isn't helping me to kill
Barreira.
it.
Just tear it apart. If it cannot hold itself together, it is no threat. To think you needed my help to figure even that out.
Se ele não conseguir ficar inteira, realmente. Toma, toma. Ok. Beleza. E é legal que os espantalhos estão dropando ouro, então pra mim funciona de qualquer jeito. Eu ia precisar de ouro mesmo. Agora... Foram só esses? E meio decepcionado com a força da bola de fogo, tá? Só pra constar. Oh, tem mais. Você é com mísseis mágicos. Tome. Nossa, cara, o mísseis mágicos demoliu, carinha. Tô vendo mais, como assim? Mísseis mágicos. É isso. Ah, tem mais ali. Bola de fogo! Muito triste que a bola de fogo não destrói tudo, exatamente tudo mesmo. Oh, eu pensei que tivesse mais bicho atrás de mim. Ele desmonta da hora. Não tinha visto.
What were those things doing on a farm? I don't think seagulls justify that level of protection.
No, perhaps they wandered here. Rogue constructs are not unheard of. Still, you might learn something if you look around. Then again, what have scarecrows to do with our mission?
Not much, I guess.
Katra, I'm going to try something. Do not be alarmed if things start to look different.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, what's going on?
I said not to be alarmed. I was uncertain if I could do this while in your body, but my intimate connection to the material plane allows me certain privileges of perception when...
Plain speak, please. Village kid, remember?
Of course.
Yeah.
In essence, I can see some elements of magic, how enchantments work, their origin or nature, what they draw power from. It depends on the situation, but you get the gist of it.
É, ele tem que detectar magia.
Perhaps
Saquei.
this will help on occasion, though I must admit that it is somewhat taxing to use this ability with your body. Please be quick.
Caramba, é um teste de 1. De dificuldade
The
1.
state that was holding the scarecrow upright is uninteresting, but the hole where it was seems to have been disturbed relatively recently. This was only put in a week ago, if that.
Ok. Uou, ela tá vendo a Matrix aqui, maluco. Ô, baúzito. Nossa. Um monte de cebola podre, acho que não é muito útil pra mim. Comprovante de residência, era exatamente isso que eu queria. Tem 2.
Folded and then stuffed haphazardly among a pile of now rotting onions, you find a piece of parchment marked with an official-looking seal and titled Evidence of Residence in the Candlekeep Territories. A bit wordy and a bit more aromatic than you'd like, but it should do the
Aromático
trick.
é um jeito de se dizer.
Good. Now return to that individual scratch.
Flashbang.
Let us hope that he is adequate to the task.
Hope or not, we don't have many other options to resort to, Vair.
Why must you insist on calling me that?
It's what everyone in the village called you. It's easier than saying your full name.
Be glad that I am a magnanimous and forgiving dragon, else I would be inclined to start tearing up your mind again.
Ah, Vair é muito melhor do que aquele outro nome gigantesco que eu nem lembro mais. Aí, então agora a gente tem que devolver isso aqui pro Scratch.
Is that a bit of legal documentation I see there? And smell? Okay, well, you work with what you've got, right?
Exatamente.
Give me a bit to scrape off and refinish the important parts, then I'll start with colour matching, then confirming handwriting, and your eyes are glazing over. Just give me a good...
Exatamente.
Wait a bit. And here you go. Certification that you absolutely belong to the area and can come and go as you like. Just don't let any wizards near it. They get curious, they've probably got spells or something that can sniff out a forgery. Otherwise, though, no one will ever be the wiser. Enjoy the castle!
O cara acabou de se matar ali na frente, foi isso mesmo, o Mojang? Minecraft, Microsoft. Ok, então agora a gente tem um símbolo de residência aqui, uma verificação de não sei o que, como é que é o nome? Papéis forjados, é, lógico. Ok, e aí, seu Gualda? Tudo bom?
Papers, please.
Papéis, dar passe.
Here's my residence certificate.
The guard glances at the paper, noting the seal and the signatures, but does not peer too closely. Watching him scrunch up his nose, the cursory inspection might have to do with not wanting to put his face too close to the smell of rancid onions.
É uma boa.
All right. Everything looks fine. Head on in. Just keep an eye out for any strange activity.
Beleza, valeu. What the fuck? Ok.
Passing through
Hey.
the city walls, you are dumped into a large, open square that seems to double as a marketplace. It is not exactly brimming with life, but considering how you've lived nearly all of your life in a small village, the number of people in one place is staggering, and the activity threatens to be overwhelming.
Good. That was tedious, but we made it. Now the next part could be problematic. Only the avowed and certain others are allowed into the inner ward through the emerald door on the far side of this courtyard. Talk to the keeper there and determine what is required to get in and speak with one of the experts.
Ok. Então agora a gente tem que chegar lá. Onde que é lá?
What business have you here, child?
Aoa, encontre o caminho para o interior, exatamente. Interior, sim, foi o que eu disse.
I wish to speak with one of the researchers.
Yep.
You and everyone else. Do you have an appointment or a letter of introduction?
Pura 18 de carisma, eu não tenho tudo isso aí não. Ajudar o dragão.
What if I told you that I am sharing this body with the soul of a dragon that had their body abducted by cultists, and that we are looking for a way to bring him back to his original form.
Dica, falar a verdade com guardas nunca funciona.
Ugh, not another one of these. There's always some vagrant spouting about being cursed or needing to find evidence of their
No D&D,
royal lineage
no
or
D&D,
some
tá?
other such nonsense. If you truly believe that dragon business, then you do not need a scholar's help. You need a doctor so that they can check your head.
Que isso, você é rude.
Gotta say, you're a rather rude and unpleasant person. I'll be looking for more friendly company now. Maybe in the nearest pig pen or among the rats.
Oh! Ok, eu vou ser preso.
Very well. I'm glad to see that you have acknowledged where you belong.
Ah, que isso. Ela voltou pra mim, droga. Bom, ok.
This is unacceptable. We must find someone to assist us, and soon. I can only imagine what those monsters are doing with my body, and already I chafe at being confined to yours.
Wow, thanks. Well, do you happen to know where we could find a rare or unique book?
No. Distasteful as this may be, we might have to find another dubiously legal way around this problem. Actually, I remember passing a sewer grate earlier. If there are sewers for this outer area, then they surely have some for the inner ward.
É verdade. Pelos esgotos
So
pode
you
ser uma
want me
boa.
to break into a sewer, sneak through Ogma knows what kind of filth, and then break into the inner ward to what?
Ogma é
Kidnap
Deus.
or threaten a scholar into helping us?
Yep.
Presumably, we would be able to find someone more reasonable, or at least amenable to our request. However, we cannot do that from out here. The sewers are our only option right now.
You only say this because you won't have to smell what I do.
Actually, I will.
Oh.
You think I only see through your eyes? Child, I am bound to experience everything that you do. Believe me, sharing in your bodily functions these past weeks has been far from enjoyable.
Ok.
Ew. Okay, point taken. Sewers it is then, I
Ok,
guess?
esgotos. Mas beleza. Agora a gente tem que achar os esgotos. Tem um guardinha pequenininho aqui, que bonitinho. Acho que ele é um gnomo. Da hora. Bom, então, como eu ia dizendo, esgotos. Agora a gente precisa ir pelos esgotos até o círculo interior de Candlekeep, ver se alguém consegue ajudar a gente. Isso vai ser maravilhoso. Mas não vai ser dessa vez, porque esse vídeo vai ficando por aqui. Já deu pra sentir o gostinho de como vai ser esse... Oh, tudo bom? Já deu pra sentir o gostinho de como que vai ser essa DLC. Me parece que vai ser bastante interessante. Eu tava em dúvida sobre o combate, como que eles iam adaptar um combate de turnos pra um combate de mais ação, assim como o D&D. Mas eu gostei desse esquema de cooldown, pra você conseguir jogar suas magias e atacar e tal. E eu achei legal o jeito que eles acharam de adaptar as histórias, as cutscenes que normalmente aparecem em jogos desse gênero, no Minecraft. É bem interessante ver que eles podem manipular a câmera, travar a câmera em certos pontos. Então as cutscenes ficaram bem legais, bem feitinhas. E as vozes ficaram muito legais também, as dublagens são muito bem feitas. A voz do dragão é bem da hora, na moral. Mas por enquanto esse vídeo vai ficando por aqui. Então muito obrigado por ter assistido até aqui, eu espero que você tenha gostado. Se você gostou, não esquece de deixar aquele like, de se inscrever e de compartilhar. E como sempre, te vejo no próximo vídeo. Então é isso, e fui! Vou soltar uma bola de fogo aqui no meio do negócio mesmo pra escangalhar tudo. Toma, bola de fogo! Ninguém reagiu, triste isso.